guys, welcome back to the cave for volume 2 of Cave Chats. So yeah, we're just going to continue on the themes from last time, really, aren't we? And talk about sort of what we did next. So I think the last vlog pretty much ended with us getting back from the States and doing that first Lorcana box with the overheating GoPro. So I think kind of just to rewind ever so slightly on that, I think it was your idea to do the YouTube side, wasn't it? Yeah,
after that, I thought, why not give it a crack?
No, I think before that, because we filmed that Lorcana on the basis we were going to load it to YouTube.
Yeah, but it was a case of, you watch YouTube and you see lots of people doing these rips and boxes and you just sort of think, oh, that looks good fun.
Yeah.
Look at all the views. They're getting thousands of views. That seems quite easy. Let's have a crack at that.
Yeah, that's really easy.
So,
because I originally saw it as I wanted to do it from point of view of like trying to buy up cheap singles almost and just try and flip them for some profit. And then I think you were the one that said, "Oh, well, let's do YouTube. Let's buy the actual boxes." Which
I think with the boxes as well, you have the chance of having that hit.
Well, and it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why you get into it, is to open boxes. You know, as much as you can buy up, cards and make profit flipping them and do the card dealer and the card trader and investor side of things. There's nothing quite as fun as ripping into a fresh box and the hope that comes with it.
I think around about that point as well, we're still quite heavily buying into different breaks and whatnot and things like that. And I think one of the breaks that just popped up randomly out of the blue was Sully again. Selling Pieces of the Past.
That's right. And he was selling them by the pack, wasn't he? He was making an absolute killing.
Yeah, doing like a little box break. And again, we thought, it's something different. I'm a massive fan of America, so you, but me maybe more.
Cowboys.
And Cowboys and history and all that sort of side of it. And so we managed to
bought a couple direct
from America, and the lads over there
Super Breaks
sorted us out, and we got them shipped over.
Just check in the comments, guys. We've actually got like an affiliate link for Super Breaks as
well. Some discount in there for everybody.
So get some discount if you want to buy any. But they do some fun products as well.
Yeah, we got a couple shipped over, and I think we just went back and checked. That was our very first video upload to
proper break ripping video. There. Hi guys, welcome back to the Card Bros. Matt, James, got something a bit different today. You've seen us rip Star Wars, you've seen us rip football or soccer, but these caught our eye when we were looking around on the internet recently. So these are Pieces of the Past. If we can get the camera to focus in a bit better.
It's not liking it today.
There we go. So every box has 8 packs. There's 1 card per pack, I believe.
Yep.
And every card is effectively a relic.
James. Okay. Whilst he's trying to open that, we've got the JFK jewel relic.
Got a top load of
stuff. We've got the Thomas Jefferson relic. Barack Obama jewel. Cornelius Vanderbilt. The John F. Kennedy. The John D. Rockefeller. The beautiful Jesse James.
It's like a little intro video, but that was our first box that we ripped.
I had no idea what we're doing, and some of our early videos, they are awful. We did what we could with what we had available. Didn't have the right equipment. Didn't really know how to.
Well, we just had
edit or cut.
We had a camera and a laptop. Really.
Yeah, we just had a stab at it. It's like, that's what everybody says you should do. Just have a go at it and see. I like to think
the production quality has improved significantly since then.
Yeah, it's changed and evolved quite a lot.
I think we got a pretty cool AI background. We got a little spinny logo. I think we've progressed quite a lot. So I think that was the first thing we opened. I can't remember what we got. I'm sure there was a Trump relic in there because I'm sure I made a comment about a Trump rookie card or something.
I can't remember either, actually. It was like original piece of handwriting, stuff like that.
And I think we got little bits of newspaper I'm sure we had some Wild West themed ones because you would have got excited about them.
Really cool product. And then I think the next stuff that we managed to lay our hands on was a couple boxes of Topps Chrome.
No, I think before the Chrome, I think we got some of the Barcelona Focus boxes in.
Oh, did you? Because they were cheap.
I think that was one of the first things we bought, and that was a great little set. We bought a lot of them in the end.
I think we did about 8 or 10.
In fact, we were looking the other day to see if there's any still around because we enjoyed it so much.
Well, that and Yamal's rookie year, and
yeah, true.
Yamal came out quite a lot in that box.
Yeah, you hit a Yamal to 5, didn't you?
Yeah,
that unfortunately was damaged, but we did manage to send it the tops and get a couple of replacement cards.
Unfortunately, the replacement cards are nothing like what that 5 would be worth now.
No, I disagree. I disagree. We got a Yamal auto out of 250, and we got a rookie Sapphire.
I think they are on. They're on YouTube, but they might be part of the members section now. I can't remember.
I think we did a little reveal video, didn't we?
Over to them.
Oh, what, all of the Barca boxes?
Yeah,
you mean?
I think I might have switched them over to the membership section, but they were great. They were great videos, and really enjoyed ripping those boxes because it was like one pack.
I remember,
and they were cheap enough that we could buy a couple and we could do one each.
Yeah, I mean, in those days we were sensible. We weren't buying up 6, 7 boxes of things. We would buy a box of something and open it, or if it was sensibly priced, we would buy one each. You've devolved now, haven't you? And now you buy them up half a dozen at a time.
Yeah.
And we do loads of videos, but the Barca Focus boxes were really good fun, really good value. I vividly remember we were going to a wedding at some point, and I was at your place, and we were like, "Oh, let's quickly just rip a couple of Barca boxes." So that might even be one of the first ones.
Hi guys, Card Bros here. We're going to do a little personal rip today. We just got a couple of these little Tops boxes in. Thought, why not? We're about to head out. So we thought, right, let's give him a little rip. James has picked his box. He's going to hopefully do it down a bit more in front of the camera. And then my box, I'll do it in a minute. So let's see what he gets.
So just the one pack on these, but these are an exciting rip. I do enjoy opening these up. So you're guaranteed an auto. I think there's normally a numbered or 2 in there. So we've got 2011 Pep delivers the double, 2009 year of the 6 2-pull, a now back to City Gundogan, a Fort, Walsh, Andres Iniesta, a Pedri, a Martinez, a Koundé, a João Felix, and I think we're getting to the interesting ones, a Rivaldo, and on the fireworks we have a nice little Messi actually, nice. 500 card for Messi.
Look at that.
So and I think our first, that might be the auto, I think. Oh no, that is I don't know what that is, that's not numbered. There's our numbered right behind him. So we have a Firmin. Our auto is actually a nice 45 to 50 Frank Rijkaard.
Beautiful card.
And behind Frankie Boy, we have a Frankie de Jong to 99.
Lovely.
So not too bad at all. Can't go wrong with an auto to 50.
Put them to one side, we'll sleeve them up later. Give James a camera. One pack, that's all you get.
So what we want here is a Yamal or a Messi auto. Or Rivaldo would be nice. So you've got Suarez on the back there.
it's not cheap.
So we've got 2017, 500 club for Messi on the
That's
base.
one we've got the foil of. And the
Yeah, it always starts with the base. So Classico of Evolution, a Gundogan, a Fort, looks like very similar, an Alcaron, a Vicky, a Rafinha, a Lamine Yamal
nice
on the
rookie card,
a Maradona on the base, a Rivaldo, a Vitor Roque, and our fireworks is a
Torres.
And then we have a Pep on the insert. So behind Pep will probably be our auto. Oh my days, you know who that is, don't you? That's the boy himself to 99.
Yamal auto.
That is a stunner. Oh, number two of 99. That is an absolute beauty.
That was recorded on my phone.
Yeah,
that was a phone rip. That's how quickly we degen.
No, they were good fun. The Barca
Didn't
boxes.
even wait to get it set up on camera. We just ripped it there on a phone.
And again, they were fairly easy to come by at the time. They were
Sports Cards Direct.
Yeah,
Shout
Sports
out to
Trading
them.
Cards
And we are going
Direct.
to talk about where we buy most of our stuff from. But Sports Cards Direct is definitely where we started when we first found
I
the
think
product.
Sports Trading Cards UK.
No, Sports Cards Direct.
Oh, was it?
Yep, that's where we got them all from, and we've bought a lot from them since then. Not always logged in. I do just tend to forget to do that, and then just go on in and buy
I
loads of
know
stuff.
we went to a Kent card show early days as well.
That's where we first came across sports trading cards.
Yeah, and I remember Jamie being there, and we bought some bits, and he did us some good prices.
And big shout out to them as well. You know, we've slowly transitioned over to using them more actually, and we went down to their
They got a bricks and mortar shop,
which is about an hour and a half. It was about an hour and a half from here, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was nice to go down, see Jamie, and
it's nice when you can walk in the UK.
Shoot the shit, so to speak, for a couple of hours.
In the UK, when you can walk into a shop and the shelves are lined and just loads and loads of product, it was like two kids in a candy shop. Yeah, it was fantastic. We spent we probably spent just an hour and a half chatting with them and looking at stuff before we even chose what we were going to buy. And then we blew about 1,500 quid and walked out.
And where you bought that was our first Immaculate, wasn't it? But
yeah,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that down the line. But yeah, I think it was at the very beginning. We got the Barca boxes. We had some decent success with them. I think we then dabbled with Whatnot, or certainly I did.
Yeah,
early days. I did some single shows with you being a mod.
Yeah.
Before we did kind of the joint effort thing. And I think then we sort of moved on to the Topps Chrome, which I think was the biggest new release at the time. But again,
I think we were jumping on it at the end of the release. Because we were about September time and it came out possibly May, June time. So.
Well, the Card Bros are coming, Jay and Matt by name, ripping, buying, selling, trading in the collectibles game. On the string they shine where cardboard dreams are made. In the world of treasures, their glory won't ever fade. Tune in, folks, grab a seat, it's a sight to behold. They've got shiny slabs and packs of gold. Every hit, every pull can change the game. Jay and Matt, the Card Bros, remember the name. With a yeehaw and a smile, they'll brighten your day, bringing joy and excitement the old country way. From rare finds to...
Again, I only remember us having like the odd box.
That's all you could get hold of. Yeah. And it was, back then, it was like we were just getting started. So £200 plus a box. It was like, well, it's risky.
Yeah.
I can't, if I'm honest, I can't even remember what we hit.
I remember you hitting a white noise. I remember you hitting a white noise Haaland.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I remember you hitting a white noise Haaland. I don't remember anything else though.
I think we could do a video just of my case hits personally, but we
actual case hits, it'll be pretty short. Case hits that you claim are case hits, it'll be a 2-day long video.
Case hits, guys, loads of case hits. But yeah, we did break into a bit of the Chrome stuff. And again, that was good because that was like pure football, and then you started to get a few more bits, and we carried on from there. And
the video that really kind of
Marvel
pushed us over the brink was the Marvel Chrome, because
I think that's where we decided to carry on.
Sell, trade, never down. Tune in now, come stick around. Feel the vibe as beats resound.
Yeah, I think that was the point we thought, actually, why don't we, spend a bit more time and get some better setup and bits and bobs, because the first Marvel Chrome video, bear in mind, I think at that point we had maybe 20 or 30 subscribers.
Yep.
So shout out to some of those OGs, I think MB Breaks, Nathan. And so yeah, we managed to, and that was via EQL. I got one, you didn't.
You won, yeah.
So we got one box of Marvel Chrome. We opened it. I don't think, I mean, you can see the video, guys. It's still live. I don't think we did particularly great from it.
Not from what I remember,
but
no.
Because it was a European exclusive,
yeah,
and Topps didn't hold the Marvel rights for the US just yet, it just went absolutely mental.
Yeah,
and I think it did about 4,000 views, didn't it?
A lot of Americans watching it and wanting to get in on the action.
So I think we went from having like 20 or 30 subscribers to a few hundred off the back of that.
And then we went crazy. Then we ordered
a lot of them.
At like premium price. I think we were paying $5.50 a box.
Yeah, so about
ordering
$600 plus, $650.
So double the price it was or probably more than double the price it was when it was actually released, because I think it was 200.
We didn't ever hit anything huge. We did hit a really good Ant-Man.
Yeah.
An Ant-Man auto out of 5.
We had a couple of 25s. We had the comic book auto.
Yeah, but nothing...
Which was, at the time, that was a big chase because it was Wolverine on it.
But we only really hit a big Ant-Man auto, which we did get graded. I can't remember what it got. It was a 10 or a 9. And we did sell it on eBay, and we probably recouped 1.5 boxes value for that one card.
Yeah.
But the Marvel one probably is where we started to buy a bit more boxes in bulk, because especially, I mean, a tip to anyone who's thinking about doing YouTube, you've got to strike while the products are hot.
Or out.
Yeah. The day the product gets released, or within a few days, your videos will do so much better than if a week later. You know, we've bought some lovely older stuff, like black and gold panini, aficionado panini.
Yeah, it just doesn't cut it.
Really lovely boxes to open. Really, I mean, black and gold in particular was one of my favourite box openings.
Good hits in that. Go back and check
some
that.
Some of the cards in there were amazing, and you've got the potential in that to get Pele and Maradona autos. Really exciting box to open, but just didn't really get any views because it's not a product that Joe Public can go out and buy from their local hobby shop in the States, or that you can particularly get stock of. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen any of the major card sellers having stock of it in the UK.
No, and that sort of links to the Topps website, really. So if you're going to buy Topps products, which is, I think, still the best and easiest product to get in the UK by far, you have to be there waiting on the second it is launched on their website.
It doesn't matter, mate.
I've always had to.
The website crashes. Last 2 releases, I've been sitting there 5 minutes before waiting for it to go live. Yeah. And it goes live and the website immediately crashes.
I think that's more you. I've always got.
And then they're sold out within a minute.
But you got to be on there straight away, and you got to buy them then. And if you can afford it, I'd always say get a couple, because either if you want to rip one. If you want to keep one. It will go up in value the next day once it sells out within like the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can chuck it on eBay and make instant money, or degen like we do and just rip it all and then regret it.
No regrets.
But Panini is especially hard. James started ripping. James got a select box from somewhere, I can't remember where. Maybe at the card show.
Sports Trading Cards UK.
I think that was at our first Kent show we went to. And James ripped it, and absolutely stunning stuff in Select. And I'm talking about Select last year. The stuff this year hasn't been so great, but last year...
We've just been very unlucky with the Select we've opened this year.
Everybody's been unlucky then, because I haven't seen any good reviews of it. But Panini in this country, trying to get hold of that, you can't. There is... The UK website's rubbish, and I think we might have mentioned this in the
last video, vlog.
But we did, in the end, we bit the bullet and we did a dummy order from Panini America. We ordered, I think it was $250 worth of product. It was one hobby box for $200 and another little...
Just baseball, wasn't it?
Blast box, yeah. Because there was no soccer out at the time that I could order. But then you get really, really stung on the import taxes. So $250, which, £220, you're thinking that's okay. But then once it gets into UK, you'll get a bill from UPS or whoever they use who they're shipping it, and that's £48. So then it makes it not really worthwhile. No. It takes away the sort of benefit of ordering direct. Now, the Americans have it luxury.
Yeah.
They've got everything on hand whenever they want it on tap, and they pay American dollars, obviously, so their rates.
Well, for Panini stuff in the UK, Sports Trading Cards UK are probably
they're number one.
Probably your best people to hit up, because
they always have a selection.
I think they've got some links with one of the massive distribution companies in Europe, haven't they?
Yeah.
Can't remember what they're called now. Trace
and Chase.
Yeah, Trace and Chase. So they've pretty much always got stock in. Pretty much the day it's released.
But top loaders and everything else like that, we just tend to buy off eBay.
eBay or
TFF, you buy
TFF Breaks. TFF Breaks have a website, and they have their own branded semi-rigids, top loaders, mags, and they're normally pretty good value. They normally have sales running fairly consistently.
Yeah, we need to get better at sourcing cheaper product. We are, we speak to a lot of different people, and I've recently started chatting to Jake's Breaks. Quite an inspirational story behind that one. Father and son went to the same hobby shop we went to this year, but last year, on the last year's release of Chrome, and they hit the 101 Yamal Superfractor Auto, and subsequently sold it for golden, and came home, and don't know how quickly it happened, but they opened their own hobby shop, and now they're a top supplier, and they're doing all bits and pieces. So been chatting to him recently, trying to build a relationship, and yeah, he's very helpful. It seems like a very, very nice guy, very honest and willing to help and give information. Whereas a lot of other people aren't as forthcoming. It's like if you're not part of the secret club, you can't.
So yeah, it's almost like if you're not part of the little breakers union.
Yeah,
it seems to be. But to be fair, even the breakers are very backstabbery.
Well,
there's a lot of stuff on social media.
I'm not going to comment
going
on any of that sort of stuff. They do what they do, and they source products free and willing. Which, good luck to them. We only get frustrated because we get jealous because we can't find the same level of stock. But yeah, it would be nice.
Not that we could afford it, but it's just even having access or the ability to buy up multiple boxes of things.
They obviously buy a lot in bulk and have the budgets to do that. And obviously have the sources do that, and they've been in this game for a good few years. And I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
The main thing that we have to keep remembering and come back to is we are still very much babies in this. We still haven't even been. It's still less than 12 months since we bought our first ever box of cards or entered a break.
Is it now?
Yeah,
what date?
Because we were in the States last year. We went right at the end of June. And so we literally come July will be our kind of anniversary of even knowing that sports cards is really a thing.
Yeah, we're trying though. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's not going to lie, it can be hard work because we both have full-time jobs, busy, fairly stressful full-time jobs.
You get home and you're knackered and you're thinking, I've got to
last thing you want to do is
or edit a video or get some posts up because
But we'll just keep plugging away and see where we get.
Yeah, it is all about continuously promoting yourself, which we're neither of us are like that. We're not big showboats. We don't like the limelight. I find it extremely uncomfortable, if I'm honest with you.
You sweat a lot.
Compared to you, I sweat very little. But, I don't have any problem with talking to a camera, but I wouldn't want to do the same sort of conversation in front of 10, 20, 50, 100 people. I'd find that really uncomfortable. But yeah, we're not big limelight people. We enjoy doing this hobby, and we do it because, one, we get to spend a bit more time together, which we never spent this much time together before we did this. Which is nice.
Which is,
kinda.
Yeah, sometimes.
And, we do like a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
We like a bit of a thrill of the chase.
I think that's fair.
So with this, I guess this is a bit of a way of getting a thrill of the chase thrill out of it.
There's that.
You never know what you might hit. We like football. I like NFL. James likes UFC. We're big movie fans. We like a bit of wrestling. And it's sort of a combination of all those things together. Having some autos are your favourite players.
Love a baseball box.
Yeah, know nothing about it, but love opening baseball cards for some strange reason.
Out of all the American sports, baseball are by far my favourite. Not the ones that you like to buy, where you get a box of 58 packs and then there's one hit in there. There's like one numbered card in the hobby box.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of them, but I love all of the... And a lot of the higher end baseball stuff is far, far cheaper than the higher end soccer stuff. I know we talked about it earlier and you said that Inception, for example, there's more in the soccer product. Yeah. Like you get 2 or 3 autos.
But you get more for your money.
Yeah.
So it's more expensive, but you get more for your money. But I think...
But you can buy some of those medium to high-end baseball products for 200, 300 quid. You know, you look at those National Treasure boxes we bought.
They weren't cheap.
They weren't cheap, but they were cheaper than a box of Marvel Chrome goes for.
Well,
not at retail.
Yeah.
But if we went out to buy a box of Marvel Chrome at the same people that were selling the National Treasure boxes.
Yeah, not right now. It's not to that extent. National Treasures were 600.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were 400.
No.
Okay, well, yeah, a bit more expensive than over here. So, but still not.
But
National Treasure soccer will be over a grand.
The quality of the cards they do in those National Treasures. The bat we pulled one card out of one of the boxes, which is a bat relic, like 100 years old.
Yeah, some bloke.
It was 1925.
Game used bat from 1920s.
And, you know, just they're awesome. And because sports cards come from America, they've really ironed it out. They've been doing baseball cards for like 200 years or however long they've been doing it now. So they've really.
I think it's been that long.
They've really perfected the art of doing that, and I think over here in Europe and with the sort of whole soccer football side of it, still relatively young.
It's an emerging market still,
young
isn't
to
it,
the
soccer?
party. But it's got a long way to go yet, and hopefully we do as well. And I think that brings this vlog. How long have we been going?
Probably about 20 minutes. Okay, so my question for this episode then
I forgot about this
is what is the most disappointing product you've opened in terms of card quality, what you actually got out of it, price, all of the above aspects?
It's tough because it's the same one that's most disappointing is also one of my favourites. If that makes sense.
Okay. So you're basing it literally per box almost.
Yeah. Not so much per box. I absolutely love Merlin. Love Merlin. I think the design of it, I think the quality of the cards is right there in the middle of the
fact they
ground.
have the mystery wizard packs.
They've got the wizard packs that they throw in something special that's secret, and that dirty wizard in there is just awesome. You get match ball relics in there, which are the case hits.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
But never actually hit anything out of it. So value for money, we've been spanked on
Decimated,
that stuff.
Yeah, we've had some rough ones. I think I've opened the only good one of them we've had.
Yeah,
check out the videos,
I think the best
guys.
card was the Blaster.
Probably.
Out of 5,
But
Blaster.
you did video that, so there is a video for that as well.
Yeah, but you were on your...
You opened
on
a couple of...
holiday,
You opened a Merlin and a couple of, like...
Ladies,
UCC.
I don't know why we had those blasters. They just must
So
just
because you'll forget. No, because you'll forget.
But
Okay.
I already know what yours is.
What?
It's going to be the paper.
UCC.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hated UCC.
Yeah.
I didn't like the design. I'm still, even though they've transferred the same design over to Chrome this year, I'm still not a huge fan of that design compared to previous years, where.
But the funny
You've got
thing
the person's name written massive at the top and the person's name written at the bottom.
Yeah, I think, and it was NB Breaks who said this to me in a comment. He said, the card you would have probably liked or been used to the UCC one.
What if Chrome had come first?
If Chrome had come first, they'd put the names on it, you'd have thought, oh, this ain't too bad. Because on a Chrome card, it works. It kind of
looks
works.
better.
On the paper stock,
but the UCC,
bad.
what flagship? UCC flagship. Man, I
that was
hated
with the special
those.
pack as well, wasn't it? Those pointless sparkly ones. That's all you got.
Yeah, centre stage.
Yeah, that's
centre stage, something like that.
Oh god!
And it had the nerve to say contains 5 cards.
Yeah,
and one of them's a business card.
Yeah. And we bought. We're gluttons for punishment. We never learn our lesson, so we've bought Merlin. We bought more of that flagship.
The problem with that flagship stuff was that it was cheap.
Yeah.
You know, it was 70, 80 quid.
It's an entry level product, which is there has to be all those different.
At the time, we probably could have still been buying like Barcelona Focus boxes, where you got guaranteed autos for that same price point.
Yeah.
And that UCC, I still don't. I think did we open 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah.
And I don't think we got a single auto.
No, I think we did get one auto, but it wasn't.
And they were all. The rest of them were just napkin patches.
Yeah.
And it was just, and it was loads of base. It was just horrible. Didn't enjoy opening those. Wouldn't buy those again.
No.
Wasn't a huge fan of Don Receiver, if I'm honest.
I liked Donruss. I liked all the different styles in there.
I like the fact that Donruss, out of all of the products, has the most desirable case hit, probably.
Yeah.
Or two of the most desirable. Certainly the Kaboom is one of the most iconic case hits.
Yeah, definitely.
And is one of the only soccer case hits that really holds value.
Yeah.
That and probably Colour Blast. So I'll be interested to see if these Helix ones do similar. But other than the Kaboom, I didn't like particularly the design. Again, a lot of the cards are paper stock.
Yeah, it's only when you got sort of the optic, you had to get past that sort of 10 base
and you
card.
got a lot of base.
20 cards per pack, was it?
Yeah, you got a lot of base autos as well.
12 packs with 20 cards.
A lot
It was
of
like
random base autos.
240 odd cards each box. I loved it.
And again, the patch cards in that set are just really cheap and nasty. Napkins, unassociated, never numbered. Not worth the paper they're printed on, so to speak. But anyway, we've ended on a downer there, haven't we?
Pick it up on the next one.
Pick it up on the next one. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. We're going to continue this series. Didn't really follow any plan today. We just kind of chatted, really.
Carry on from where we were.
So I think we'll need to make sure we kind of follow a route rather than just rambling on. So
but again, any questions, chuck them in the chat.
Chuck them in the comments, because it'd be nice to do like a Q&A session. If we can get sort of 20 odd questions and we're not answering it during what we're already saying, it'd be nice to do a little Q&A version of this. And run through. So anyway, take care, guys.
Catch you
See you all soon.